All right. Hello, Rena.
Hello, Joe.
How
Well,
are you?
I'm doing really well. It is so exciting to be with you here. We're beginning this incredible journey, which we're going to share today.
I
Um,
know. Very exciting. Why don't you kick us off? We'll just have a few minutes of chat and introduce the program we are hosting.
so, you and I have created something amazing. It's called Miriam's Well, and it is a liberation practice gathering and lab. And what we are going to do, which I'm so excited about, is that we're going to be bringing our lived experience, our learning, our journey, and what does it look like to get free of so many of the things that make it really hard to show up as our best selves and do our work in the world. And so we have this liberation lab where we get to bring our teachings, our wisdom, our experience, and together we can support each other to really step into deeper care, deeper effectiveness in the teaching work or the healing work or the creative work, whatever it is that the people coming in are, the work they're doing. And together we're just going to support one another on this journey of liberation. And, I know liberation is this huge word.
Mhm.
And sometimes we say, well, what does that even mean? And one of the things that I think about is there are so many ways as a white identified person, as a woman, and I have so many other identities, being a queer person, being working class. I have all of these identities swimming around inside of me, and all of these ways of being, some of which make me awesome, and some of which make me feel as if I've got a 2-ton weight and I
Mhm.
bring it into all my relationships in ways that cause harm.
Mm.
So for me, liberation means being less reactive, calling in support, because liberation is not just a
Mhm.
Rita thing or a Joe thing. It's a we. It's not a me. And
Mhm.
so it's a shift in consciousness, and it's also a shift in how we move in the world. And it's a lifelong effort. I'm 62, and I'm always the
Mhm.
beginner. Yeah, like what about you? I mean, what is liberation to you? Let's make this big word something we can chew on and dance with.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I love how you describe it. And I think you are right. It is a lifetime journey. And you are 62, I'm 36. So I am a different generation. And I feel like my practice with liberation um, on the surface may look a little bit different from yours just because we have different identities talking about intersectionality. And I think for me personally, because I'm an immigrant, I think for me, when I got my permanent residency in the US, for me, that was one type of liberation because I finally felt like I could move around as someone who enjoys a certain kind of rights that I didn't have before. Like, even though I'm still not a citizen, so to like legally speaking, I don't enjoy a certain, like, say, I cannot vote. So for me, that part of me is not liberated yet. However, compared to before, as someone always needed a visa, being a legal, like permanent resident, is a huge deal for me when it comes to liberation. And I think, move fast forward, now that I have my own practice, I feel being able to decide on what I want to do and what my everyday look like, even. So that's one form of liberation for me, not having to follow a certain rule or procedure, not having to show up at a place where I didn't feel safe enough or I didn't feel that I even have a say. That for me is very liberating because now I make my own decisions. And I think for me as a woman and as a woman of color, having liberty or having the power to make my own decisions, that for me is one type of liberation. And I think very recently, talking about liberation comes in different shapes and forms. And I think this is one form of liberation I had not considered before, but very recently I learned that having the ability to apologize properly is very liberating. And I never, ever even thought about that. But until very recently, a friend of mine taught me, as well, they are a parent, so I don't have my biological children. But my friend who is a parent telling me, learning to apologize to your child, I think that experience itself is very liberating. And I thought about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, you are totally right.
I
Because
love that.
not having to hold on to that, authority, like I'm higher than you, I'm your parent. I think not holding on to that figure or that sort of like idea, and being able to apologize and say, look, I made a mistake and I'm really sorry this happened, and I will do my best to not let it happen again. That is so
Absolutely.
liberating. Um,
Yes.
so I am learning, of course, what liberation looks like in different shapes and forms. I'm very excited to be on this journey with you, Rena, and bring the practice of liberation and intersectionality to our collective community.
Yes. And I love, so first of all, I want to say something about that apologizing because even though sometimes awakening to the truth, the ways that I have harmed people or continue to cause harm, the ways I've sort of missed the mark, and this is the time of year when we reflect on a lot of that, the power of truth telling, of stepping
Mm,
into who
yeah.
I am, where I am, exactly now, right? And being able to tell the truth is a powerful, liberating force. I mean,
Yes.
can you imagine what the world would look like if we actually started telling the truth?
Yeah, I know. I agree. Liberation is about the truth. Oh my God. I just learned something new about liberation again. Like, it just like constantly teaches me. I think it's fascinating and wonderful. So we are very excited, Rita and I. And I also want to mention, Rina is in North Carolina, I'm in Oregon, and we're yet to meet in person, but I think this connection itself, this practice, is part of our journey to liberation. And so Rina and I are very excited to be in this community with folks who want to become part of Miriam's Well.
Well, and you know what else I love? We're sort of holding the space, but we're challenging power, the way that we exert power. So instead of us saying, oh, we know what you should do, we're bringing all these practices and you're going to do it our way.
We actually don't.
Yeah, we're actually saying, oh my goodness, the collective wisdom that we can bring when we all come together. And that means all of you who are watching this. We
Yeah.
are coming together in power, in clarity, in dedication, in love, in deep care, so that we can begin to do the work together that we can then take into every facet of our lives. It's a collective enterprise, and we're just very honored to hold this space.
Yeah, we are fortunate. You are right. We are honored. We are fortunate. I'm very grateful to have this opportunity to be in this together.
So come on and register right now and join us. We've got a we've got a gift economy. Everyone is welcome. You get to donate from your heart rather than use these capitalist modes which tell you it's got to cost this, 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 and this. You're just coming in with your full self, and we look forward to seeing you.
Yes, we are excited. Thank you all. See you then.
Bye bye.
Bye.